Hey guys, Jack here. We're going to be playing some Hearthstone. We're going to be playing in the wild format, some fatigue rogue, because it's pretty fun. In standard format, there's not too much fun stuff right now. I've been playing, I don't know, not everything's fun. Malagos has been pretty fun, but I'm going to go into wild so we can play some good old fatigue rogue. I think fatigue rogue is very fun. You punish the hard control decks very hard. So yeah. No, I'm not too certain. Okay, so Priest is likely to be a very control-heavy deck. I suppose it could be a combo or a Dragon Priest, but I think it's safe to keep Vanish and Valdori Strider. Vanish in case we kick up a preparation, or if there's something early. By turn 6, we want to be able to return stuff to hand, and Valdori Strider is good. Now, we want Death Lord's Cold Light Oracle, and also, or is it Sludge Belchers, too, but these two cards are fine. Valdori Strider can help contest the board a bit. If it is Dragon Priest / Dragon Combo, it might be a bit scary. But this is rank 25 on Wild, so it's really hard to predict what people might be playing. Some players might even be new and be playing just random stuff. Okay, so it's Quest Priest. If this priest happens to have Amara, or not Amara, what is it called? Archbishop Benedictus, we're going to have to just surrender, because with this, there are a few decks this one cannot beat. One of them is Archbishop Benedictus. You cannot beat Archbishop Benedictus. That is just... the problem with Archbishop is that by having that card, they can copy everything in your deck, which means that they will out-fatigue you. So you can't beat Archbishop Benedictus, unfortunately. I wish there was a way, but you just... I don't think you can, unless you mill out their Archbishop, or you get everything out of your deck before then, but still. Maybe if you have both gang ups in hand, and then you mill most of your cards, they copy, but then you gang up, so you're still a bit you're further behind in fatigue, but still, I don't see that as being very likely. See, they're at 8 cards in hand right now. Okay, there's Bran Bronzebeard. Okay, Bran, he's at 7 cards. I don't have Bran out, so I can't play. I would like to play Cold Light into his, if I had Bran, that way I could mill him a lot right now, but he went down to 7 by playing that card. Okay. Mistake from him. Okay, not a mistake. He's gonna draw... No. He's gonna draw 2 off this. So, now we can mill him. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give him 2 bananas. This. Okay, and now he gets milled 3 cards here. Okay, he lost the Shadow Reaper Anduin. And we could bounce back our Cold Light here. On 6 mana, he might have a way to clear it, so we're going to bounce back Cold Light. Because he could Dragonfire Potion us here, technically. And I want to keep having this to pressure him, so that way he has to continue and dumping cards out. Okay. Alright. The problem with vanishing right now is we mill ourselves because we'd be sending these cards back to our hand, so we can't do that. We're just going to have to play Belcher and then trade. This makes the most sense here. Do Belcher and trades. We don't have an insane Cold Light combo yet because we need to draw into either our Bran Bronzebeard or our or more Shadow Steps / Preps with Vanish. But, yeah. Okay, so now we know he has a dragon in hand. Okay, that's the Deathlord that got created. Alright. So, there's fuse waves 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 mana. So we don't have enough mana to do a bunch of cold lights. Sapping that, he's 5 cards anyways, so that's not that great. Because this would only draw him 4 if I did sap, and then that would mill us. So that's not amazing for us right now. So, there's not a great play here. We kind of need to get cards out of our hand too. So I'm thinking we just play Deathlord and this. That way we can get some cards out of our hand as well. We actually don't want his Deathlord to go off, because if his Deathlord goes off and copies and gets some of our minions out, it could be potentially bad. We want to kill off our own Deathlord, in fact, if anything. Vilespine isn't amazing either. But now we have enough mana to start doing some draws. So, let's do this. Okay, there's Valeera the Hollow.
The shadows beckon.
Okay.
Justice is mine. My hand is full.
Okay, that's another Holy Nova gone from him. Like I said, the main danger is if he has Benedictus. Benedictus screws us very hard here. Alright, there's Primordial Drake. That's fine, that's not an issue. We're gonna play... Actually, we could pull out probably just Geist and sap it, and that'd be fine. Hold on, let's see what this gets out first. Okay. Oh. Okay, it did get added to his hand. I should have probably drawn him one card first by sapping or something. I don't know. There's no great way to do that. Did that get rid of anything? Got rid of one of those. So sap this, hit that. So he could play Amara now, and that's fine. If he does play Amara, I can pretty easily kill it. Like I said, the only major real threat is Benedictus. Amara doesn't threaten me that much, because he's going to be way more head in fatigue. Considering our 17 cards and his 6 cards. Although, keep in mind, this 17 is a bit misleading, because we have 3 Spider Ambushes, so that's like 3 cards down. And Spider Ambush can actually be kind of risky in this deck. Okay, now he's back at 40. Alright, there's his Holy Nova. Okay. I'm gonna save this gang up, right? So, again, I worry that he might have Benedictus. If he does Benedictus us, I could gang up the Benedictus and have 3 of Benedictuses in my deck. So, it's always possible that that works out. That's fine with me as well, because he's going to go into fatigue before I do. Okay, now we just play Valeera the Hollow here.
You cannot escape the shadow of death.
Now, we are in a bit of a risky position, because if he gets very aggressive, we don't have the best tools for clearing things. We can do one turn where we kill something with Vilespine, Vilespine. We can also anti-Keelbot, Anti-Keelbot, but it's not easy. You know, they're not amazing tools for us now. Let's see what we draw. Okay, Geist. Alright, so Geist is pretty useless here. So we're going to just Vilespine, Vilespine this. Now, the reason I Vilespine is because I could still vanish whatever comes out of that, and then that'll give us our Vilespines back, and then we have 2 more turns of Vilespine. So there's no problem with that. That is a bit unfortunate that he was able to kill that, but oh well. But that dragon does not threaten enough for a vanish. Okay. So now we're going to play 2 of these. Again, spider ambushes, very risky because they can clutter our board from being able to play stuff, but we still, again, have the vanish just in case, and then we can play more things. It's just vanish does cost 6 mana. But yeah, spider ambush is a very risky card. It's just, it's not the worst thing right now.
Mind if I roll need?
Perfect. Okay. So what we can do here is we can kill off our own Faldori Striders. Well, yeah, we can kill them off. We need to kill this thing, though. Unfortunately, that means I don't want to kill our Vile Spine is the thing, so here's how we're going to do this. We want to return these to hand first, though, because they will clutter up his hand. We could have just double cold lighted there, but that's not a big deal. Alright. Let's see if he plays a Benedictus now, because if he doesn't play one from his deck, he's a bit screwed here. Because we can just kill him with fatigue now.
Mind if I roll need?
Alright, doesn't seem like he does have it, so looks like we win here. So, we just play a bunch of cold lights now, and he loses. Yep. So yeah, like I said, this deck is meant to just counter heavy control decks like his, where he's extremely greedy. So this deck is meant to punish those greedy players. And by punishing greedy players, you can oppress them really hard with this deck. It's a lot more fun. But you run into a trouble with aggro, so aggro does kind of roll over this deck pretty hard. So if we run into hard aggro and lose, it's whatever. This deck is mostly so you can have fun punishing greedier players. Same idea with why I play Exodia Mage, is so I can punish the greediest players to prevent them from using their greed strategies. Because most of those decks end up outgreeding Control Warrior, which I enjoy playing Control Warrior, but cannot if those decks exist. So you have to punish them. Priest usually is the best matchup unless they have Benedictus, pretty much. So we want none of these actually in our hand. Sludge Belcher is fine. The other ones, I don't think so. Curator helps us get to a Cold Light, but early game it's not that great. Okay, this is actually really pretty good hand. I would prefer though if we got a Shadow Step, that way we could early Cold Light him by like turn 4. Because by turn 4 you can actually get a lot of good Cold Light plays off, because they'll hold hands a lot, hold cards a lot in their hand. So let's see what deck he is. Alright, no quest yet, so he's not quest it seems. Probably a dragon or some sort of combo then. Or just standard control, I guess. Without quest, I'm assuming it's dragon combo or standard control. He's thinking of Shadow Word painting that right now, I think. Which is not a very good idea, considering it's just a 2/2. It doesn't threaten much. Okay, we have Shadow Step now. That's really good. On turn 4, we can Cold Light, Shadow Step, Cold Light, which will draw 4 cards. Or on turn 3 we could do that, but it would only mill him a bit, so we might want to do it next turn. If he doesn't play anything this turn, of course. Okay, he's choosing to draw cards now. It's not. That's pretty good for us. Yeah. So Cold Light, Shadow Step Cold Light only mills him 1 card here. We want to mill him much more than that. So we're gonna save the combo for when he gets more cards in hand. Ooh, it's Big Priest. Okay. Big Priest could potentially be an issue. We have Vile Spine, though, so that doesn't worry me the most. We could Vile Spine whatever comes out. That's an Obsidian statue. That is kind of an issue, though. Yeah. Okay, so this guy's playing Big Priest. This deck, I don't think, beats Big Priest that well. Mostly because of the 7-mana card that Big Priest runs. It's kind of hard to get around. Because if they get their early Resurrects, it's pretty hard to beat. But if you waste Resurrects on these things are not that threatening, right? Okay, so now he's trying to go face. Because they're not that threatening, okay, and we have Vanish too, so this isn't the biggest worry. If he creates too big of a board, we can just blockade his hand and prevent him from doing anything. Okay. So we can't get this combo off yet because Vanish is 3. And we don't want him to get Barnes back in hand necessarily, but we have to give him Barnes back pretty much. So we can let him continue hitting us. Alright, we're going to have to... Well, this isn't that much pressure yet, but he puts us down to 10 next turn, so we're going to do this. Okay. Alright, now let the milling begin. Yashiraj is going to be a bit of an issue. Let's see what he gets out here. Okay. Ah, so he runs in Tomb as well. So we have one more turn before he can start laying down his obsidian statues again. Okay, there's his Potion of Madness gone. That hurts his revive pool, though. Okay. Now he's at 8 cards, but we would mill harder than him, so we need to play that. Now we can play this, though. Okay. We're going to add 3 of these to our deck. Although, in all fairness, The N'Zoth strategy might be better here, where we just get him left cards and just N'Zoth the board every time. Makes it very hard for Big Priest to get through unless he's the Big Burst version. But he's not playing Big Burst, I think, because he's running Yasharaj. There's the Entomb. Let's see what his play is. Okay, he's just going to keep going face against us here. So this could be the Big Burst version, in which we really, we would need to draw into, what is it called, Anti-Keelbot, to beat the Big Burst version. But even so, he can still beat us. So, we shall see. Oh, there's Mind Control. Man, this guy really does not want us to get the cards we want.
The menagerie is for guests only. Hand is too full.
Well, there's one of our Sludge Belchers gone. Is this going to be Dragonfire Potion? He has no more cards in his deck. Okay.
Do not touch.
So we're going to end up milling a bit here, but it's necessary to do some stuff with his cards. Okay. And that's fine.
Hand is too full.
As long as he can't kill me here,
Wow.
this should be okay. Because from here, we play Valeera.
Tonight, a tale of long-lost worlds.
Oh, never mind. He's playing the Mind Blast version. Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that. We didn't draw into either anti-heal bots, and they're in the last 6 cards of our deck, so there's not much we can do there. But yeah, that's what I mean. This this deck can do very well against the standard version of Big Priest, where it's you using Ysera Lich King, but if he's using a Mind Blast version with Malagos and Velen, it can't really do that unless you have anti-Keelbot, and even so, if they set up their revives correctly, it won't matter. I will say he kind of wasted a lot of his revives trying to get out the the Obsidian statues, but I am thinking he's just afraid that we mill him really hard. Okay, here's another Priest. Yeah, the reason you want to play this in Wild and sub rank 20 is because you're usually up against Priests, and Priest players are usually the greediest fucking people in the game. Which is ironic because they're Priests, but yeah. So you always want to be against Priest pretty much, and hopefully they aren't playing Benedictus. Even if they are playing Benedictus, you can always have gang up. And even if you don't win, it's incredibly frustrating for the Priest player to try to deal with you, because you completely, well, your game plan is completely different than what Priest wants to deal with, because Priest does not like to vomit out their cards. The players get really uncomfortable doing that. And, this game isn't about making other players comfortable, let's just say that.
Justice is mine.
Next turn we can get an insane mill combo off on him, if he doesn't play anything here. Oof. Not your best decision, my friend. Okay. Time to mill his ass off. Now, of course, the turn after that, it won't matter as much since he can also just use the coins since he has 2 coins in hand. But
Hand is too full.
we've managed to mill a lot of cards off of him now. Let's also get some Cold Lights in our deck here. I'm thinking we're already close to 6 mana, so if there's a huge threat, we can just vanish anyways. Loot Hoarder is not the card I want to get milled, though. That's one of those trash cards that you want to stay in his hand, pretty much.
Tortola, preserve us!
Okay.
Side effects. Welcome to my trust.
So I'm assuming he's a Death Rattle Priest, but I see no quest.
Rotten to my core. This might sting.
Hand is too full.
Tortola, preserve us!
Okay, let's continue the mill train. Oh, he gave up. Yeah, like I said, this strategy is incredibly frustrating for Priest players to deal with. All they want to do is sit back on their asses and drop minions that you can't deal with. Well, this forces them to actually have to be proactive. And that's the incredible fun part, is that you get to screw over greedy-ass Priest players. But yeah, Benedictus is a tough one, because you need gang up in hand, that way they don't copy your gang ups, and then you have to be able to copy their Benedictus before they kill it off, if they are thinking about the matchup at all. Okay. Rogue is dangerous depending on what they play. Miyoko Rogue can be dangerous, other rogues can be dangerous. We're going to keep Prep just in case we can get to Vanish. We're going to keep Shadow... We don't need Shadow Step, but we want to keep Prep because we want Vanish in this matchup. Having Vanish means that if this is Tempo Rogue, we can actually get rid of their board, which is really important, because if we can't get rid of their board, Tempo Rogue's going to run you over. Rogue has a lot of ways if just one minion sticks for them to deal damage, you know, the Cold Bloods. And then they added Burst onto that, so just having mid-range minions for Rogue, leaving them up, incredibly dangerous. And Taunts don't stop Rogue because they have Saps and Vile Spines. Sap is an incredibly powerful card. He's saving the dagger, which is what we're pretty much going to do as well. No. Ooh. I like to see that.
Justice is mine.
Let's draw you some cards, dude. So, I don't think he... Maybe some kind of combo deck? I don't know what combo rogues exist. Maybe Malagos Rogue with Emperor Thaurissan. This is wild, so I should keep in mind that there's other decks. So let's see.
So many options.
There are so many options, yes. He's not letting me draw him extra cards. Rip. What is this? Interesting card. Okay. He has 3, so I can't really mill him yet. I'm gonna play this. Start threatening his life total.
So many options.
So he's some sort of summoner rogue, huh? Okay. I made a mistake. I should have traded this there and hit that, because now I took an extra 3 damage because of it. Which is a mistake. Rogues deal a lot of damage. I don't think his deck is very good, probably, but you still want to be careful around rogue. You know, you never know where their burst damage might come from. But yeah, this guy's playing some weird summoner deck, which I don't think can win against this one unless he got a really good start and I didn't. But yeah, Faldori Strider mainly in this deck serves as like a mid-range tool to like try to help contest the board or push face damage if you want to pressure them. This weapon is just so not good.
I hope you like my invention. I hope you like my invention.
Mistakes were made.
Hmm.
I wonder.
I wanna vanish and like get this so he can mill more cards, right? But that's not what I need right now is the problem. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna hit this,
Justice is
go here, get this, to heal ourselves. I need him to have some strong minions that I can trade into to get rid of, because I don't want to vanish these cards back to my hand. I want to be able to vanish these two to his hand. That way, they can't. If he wants to get rid of them, he basically can't play them because they'll still cycle cards, and that's not getting cards out of his hand. But I have minions on the board, which means vanish isn't that great right now. So hopefully this pulls out something really strong. Wow, playing an Acolyte of Pain. Okay. This guy has a lot of balls.
The shadows beckon.
too soon.
Oh, never mind. I guess we're gonna have to do this then.
Justice is mine.
No.
Justice is mine.
We're gonna have to be a bit reactive here and see what he plays. He's running Cold Blood though, so yeah. I mean, he's trying to cycle for some sort of combo. He has Shadowcaster, he has Cold Blood, he has Jeeves. Alright, there's Thaurissan. That card I need to get rid of adamantly. Thaurissan is a huge threat. So we should Cold Light and Vile Spine. So yeah.
Justice is mine.
I wonder if he's gonna kill me with some sort of weapon combo. If it is some combo deck, he actually can win, but if it's just minions, I don't think so. But he did reduce the cost of everything. This could be some sort of Malagos deck, you know? I highly doubt it, but it's possible. Okay, he's gonna play into our Vanish here.
Shadows beckon.
I have no problem with that.
You're not that sharp.
Perfect. Okay. So we need to use preparation first, then use this. Okay. Now we have to get rid of one of these, right? So we have to hit this and this, then vanish everything. Then we have to use coin, or we could use another preparation. Then we play this.
My hand is too full.
And we add 3 to our hand. We're gonna coin this out. We're gonna bring this back to our hand. Okay,
My hand is too
there we go. Yeah, it looks like he's playing some sort of summoner combo deck, where he summons a bunch of things and tries to combo them out.
The shadows beckon.
I'm almost out of cards. I'm out of cards.
Alright, I don't think he can win from this position. Because here we just play Valeera pretty much. And, yeah.
Bear your soul to me. Bear your soul to me.
Okay. So, I want to make sure he can't burst us down from 30. He possibly has another Cold Blood, maybe a Leroy. So if he gets a lot of Hobgoblin, Leroy plus Cold Bloods, and maybe another Eviscerate as well. Next turn, though, I can Brand Shadowcaster this, and then bring that. Okay, he's getting rid of it, so I can't do that anymore. That's unfortunate. It's okay. If he doesn't get rid of a Cold Light, I can Brand Shadowcaster the Cold Lights and basically win from there. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Brand Shadowcaster, get 2 Cold Lights, draw him like 8 cards, and that's how we win. Also, he made a huge mistake there. Okay. Brand Shadowcaster. Just trade all these in and give him a bunch of cards. Alright, and it should be over. Because this will draw 8 cards in total. Yep.
My hand is full.
So we actually overkilled him by exactly 30 damage. So yeah. The Brand Shadowcaster combo, if you have a Cold Light out, is very good, but it's rare that a Cold Light can survive and they're already in fatigue. So yep, there we go. And I think that's where I'm going to cut it off today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching Mill Rogue. I think Mill Rogue's a very fun deck, or Fatigue Rogue, as you will. But anyways, this is Jack, signing out.